favorite cartoons are full of secrets that you've never noticed. Like in Peppa Pig, there's only 4 pigs in Peppa's family. So, who is this peeping through the window? But there are actually hundreds more of these hidden facts, and we're not going to stop until we find them all. How many can you spot? Comment below. Personally, I believe that Mummy and Daddy Pig are having secret children, like the one you see here, who they are selling as a bacon to the butcher to make money. I mean, how else does a family of pigs afford such a nice house? All right, I ain't ever seen a pig buy a house unless they've got some sort of secret bacon factory business going on. That means this little piggy is gonna die. Or I could really just be stretching and this might just be Peppa's long-distant cousin from Mr. McDonald's farm. Unless they're actually selling him to McDonald's. And you know what else makes you question reality? This little blue dog. You might think, I live in this beautiful world that God created. But the toys in Bluey suggest otherwise. We've got cute little green guy who I really don't care about. It's in this obvious red circle. Do you see that? You see that? That is a toy Bluey right there. Look, these are the same creatures. And not only that, that's Bluey's house. This is a toy set of Bluey inside of Bluey. Is the entire show a simulation? What if Bluey isn't real, but actually just a toy that another Bluey is playing with? Mind blown. Or he could just be really popular in his town and they've made a toy of him. But I don't believe that, all right? I believe that it's all a simulation and Bluey isn't actually real. He's in his own imagination. Oh, great. And you know what else is not real? Madame Gazelle from the Peppery Pork Chop. Ooh, they're having a spooky Halloween party. But that isn't the scariest thing here, y'all, okay? Did you see it? Have you seen it? Or did you miss it like everybody else? Rebecca the rabbit, Susie the sheep. She's got a reflection. But you know who doesn't? The teacher. The gazelle. She's not appearing here in the mirror. The bat's here, the photo frame's here, even the cobweb made it into the screenshot, and yet she is nowhere to be seen. What if the entire show, she isn't real? She's a ghost. Or everyone in Peppa Pig has gone cuckoo, loop-de-loop-doo, and they're imagining that they have a teacher. If that's true, then why? What messed them up so much that they have imagined they have a teacher? I don't know, guys, but it is freaking me out. But not as much as learning that Disney believes that monsters are real. How do I know this? It all comes down to this single screenshot from the movie Brave. Now, if you didn't know what movie Brave is, don't worry, neither did I until I Googled it. It's that one movie with the redhead princess that nobody actually knows the name of. Yet, who is she? I don't know, y'all. But what I do know is if you search where is Brave set, it's one of Disney's movies that is actually set in medieval Scotland, in real life. Look, the animators were deeply affected by visiting the real country's royal beauty and rich heritage, blah, 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 blah. More importantly, do you see it yet? Right there. In real life medieval Scotland, Disney has put a picture of the same dude from Monsters, Inc. Now, for some reason, my brain has gone blank, and I don't remember what the blue monster's name is. I know who he is, all right? He's friends with Mike Wazowski. If you guys know, please leave a comment down below. The point is, why would they put it in this movie? Unless the Monsters, Inc. have visited this world, our real world, to scare people. All right? So I'm just saying, Disney must know something we don't, or they're all just messing with us. Okay, but I think they've seen monsters. I think they have. But on a less terrifying note, I need you to take a look at Bluey's balls. All right, do you see those balls? Something is sus with the balls. I'm talking about this ball in particular. Do you all recognize it? Because I do, specifically from Toy Story. You see that? They are identical, but Bluey is made by an Australian company and Disney is in the US, which means they illegally stole the balls. I'm just saying, they're about to get demonetized out here. Now, this movie I've been staring at for like 10 minutes and I still can't figure out what is the secret. What am I missing? I am part of the 100% that is missing this. I know the movie is Luca and my boy is being a smarty pants reading his book. She's got the dogs out, all right, they stinking out the town. But what else am I missing? There's nothing under the bed. Maybe these people are important? I don't know who they are though. We've got a music player. There's some shells hanging from the ceiling. I see it. You'll see it? Look right there, next to the lantern. That's Pinocchio. It's kind of hard because it's the same color as the lantern, but that's his nose. That's Pinocchio's nose from Shrek. No way Pinocchio's there. That is crazy. And I just realized I noticed the most obvious one. They have a Donald Duck toy, which means both Donald Duck and Pinocchio exist in the same world as Luca. That means that Shrek is in the same world. I've confirmed it, guys. I have confirmed my theory. Luca is actually an ogre. I'm kidding, all right? I'm kidding. The other ones I was serious, but that was a joke. But you know what isn't a joke? The murder of Nemo's entire family. Now, you might call me a conspiracy theorist, but if you all remember at the start of this movie, Nemo's dad and his mummy are out hatching a ton of babies, all right? They are making eggs 4 days. Look at them. So beautiful. And then this sad moment happens. All of Nemo's siblings die. Or at least that's what we're led to believe. Do you know another name for fish eggs? Guess what they're actually called? Roe. And you know what roe is? It's caviar. Caviar is a type of food. You see it on sushi all the time. And you know who likes food? The rat. Oh, well, I guess technically it was the restaurant in Ratatouille, but if you see that caviar box, do you see what it says? Okay, well, look, granted, it's pretty blurry, but N-E-M-O. That's right. Nemo's Brothers and Sisters, one of the saddest movies in all of history. They weren't killed by a shark. They were stolen by humans to be turned into caviar. Fish eggs for Mr. Ratatouille himself over here, Remy the Rat, who's going, oh yes, so tasty to eat. Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't technically for the rat, it was for the humans, but this is where it ended up. All of Nemo's family ended up in France just to be turned into sushi. Now that's really sad. I kind of wish I had not solved that mystery. Oh great, another secret from my girl Pepper.
I'm a bit hungry.
Oh, are you?
Grandpa's left us a picnic in the galley.
What's a galley?
A galley is a boat's little kitchen.
Nah! He just spawned a trap door here out of nowhere. Can we just rewind that 5 seconds, please? No, a little bit further, little bit further, little bit further, little bit further, little bit more. Just before here. Daddy Pig. I know. There's no galley. You probably made that word up. Actually, I don't think they did. But the point is, they can hide secret trapdoors. That's where they're hiding their bacon factory. I knew it. Up next is my boy Maui, who has a ton of treasure, including the greatest treasure of all time, 3 wishes. That's right, Aladdin's lamp is hidden in Moana. And I know exactly where, but I'm not gonna tell you. Okay, look, I actually want to make this a bit of a competition because I don't think any of you can find it. If you do, subscribe to this video right now and I'll know, all right? We'll be in the in club. No one else can know where Aladdin's lamp is. After all, we don't want them getting the 3 wishes. Oh, no. Moving on, though, this one blows my mind because usually people don't want to give away their phone numbers in case they get hacked or doxxed. But you see that number there? It might look totally innocent, but it's actually the phone number for Pixar Studios. That's right, the same animation studios that literally makes every Disney animated movie just casually like, oh yeah, we'll put our phone number in the movie for fun. I'm pretty sure they got hacked. And back to Moana, someone just told me, apparently, I missed something else in this scene. More than Aladdin's lamp? I saw it! That reindeer looks awfully familiar. Almost like Sven from Frozen. Wait, so Frozen and Moana are also in the same world? Next, you're gonna tell me that Ursula, the evil sea witch octopus from The Little Mermaid, is also in the same world as these guys. Wait, guys, she's an octopus, right? Octopus, last I checked, have 8 legs. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did her other 3 go? Wait, technically, if you count her arms, she has 6, 7, but she's still missing the 8th tentacle. Where did it go? Let me guess. Somewhere in one of these Big Hero 6 paintings is a secret, all right? It's always hidden in the paintings. There it is. Guys, it's Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. So does that mean they're friends with Baymax? It's getting really hard to follow which movies are connected.
Mr. Krabs, I know the secret ingredient for the Krabby Patty.
You better shut your mouth
Now
right
that's
now
a secret
and-
I gotta know.
Of course it's crab meat.
What?
But it's crab meat. It's your species, and that's wrong.
Well, it made me millions. I don't care. Didn't you ever question when coming to work
No.
why the Krusty Krab is a crab trap?
No?
That's why I'm rich and you're not. You never think, SpongeBob.
This would be like
I
making
saw my
human
own kind
burgers.
as a way to get rich. Something that you should consider doing. But thanks to you, when we had a health inspection, you helped me pass, so I can continue making millions.
This is so
for my
much
own
worse than
kind.
the
I am
bacon
surprised
pig
that
thing.
No one has ever questioned you why it's called the Krabby Patty. Even I have said.
It's so obvious now.
That's what I taste like. But all this time, you have never questioned what's in the patty. That is why I hired.
No.
You don't ask questions. But
He
now
hired
get back to
SpongeBob
work.
because he's stupid. Honestly, I should have seen that coming. Mr. Krabs definitely seems like a supervillain. Wait, this is a screenshot from Finding Nemo. This is the dentist's office. And yet Buzz Lightyear is here, which means Finding Nemo is connected to Ratatouille, and it's connected to Buzz Lightyear, who's connected to Toy Story, who's connected to Bluey. Bluey is in the same world as Remy from Ratatouille. Dude, this is all getting so confusing. And now, entangled, you see above Flynn Rider? There's another Pinocchio. Pinocchio is in Shrek, who's also in Luca. I need to create like a whole board connecting all these movies. They're all like in the same world. Is that the same world as us? No. Now this is getting ridiculous. This is Moana's boat. She's opening up the hatch or whatever this is, but you see what's inside for a split second? The eyes, the nose, the snow, and the hands. That's Olaf. Moana murdered Olaf. At least she didn't also murder Nemo? But this is Monsters, Inc. If I'm not mistaken, Monsters, Inc. came out in 2001. But Finding Nemo didn't come out until 2 years later. Oh, and 3 days before my birthday, but that's irrelevant right now. Nemo was in Monsters, Inc. first? As a toy. Could Finding Nemo be a fake story that Boo is telling her future children? If that's the case and Nemo is fake, that means Ratatouille is fake. And if Ratatouille is fake, then all the other movies that are connected are also fake. Which would actually make sense since we know Monsters, Inc. is real because it appeared in the Brave movie. And also this screenshot here. Do you see that number? It's really, really difficult to see, but it says A113, all right? And then you can kind of see the future numbers here. We got A25, but A113 is important because this was the same place that animators learned their skills in Pixar. The classroom for animation was A113. This is where the entire Pixar movies was founded in real life, just like these guys are. So Mike Wazowski is a real monster? Oh no, that doesn't make sense. This is from Finding Nemo, and it also has A113. That means Finding Nemo is real, but then why was it in the Monsters, Inc.? The conspiracy theories are getting too much. And A113 is also in Toy Story. Okay, maybe I'm thinking too much into this. Maybe none of these movies are actually connected and it's just the animators putting in fun Easter eggs for us, right? That could be it. It could be it. I might be overthinking this entire thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments because honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. Here again, Monsters, Inc. At least we know 113, that was the same classroom again that the Pixar guys were in, all right? At least this is still Monsters, Inc., so it makes sense to see that number appearing here. But I just can't believe how many different movies this same classroom is in. It must be really, really important. Are we gonna see it in here as well? WALL-E. Okay, this might be the most common Easter egg ever created. Like, it is in literally every movie. I'm literally gonna watch every single movie I've ever seen again just to try and spot this Easter egg because I think it might be in all of them. That would be crazy. What if they've managed to sneak it into every movie and we just haven't figured it out yet? It's definitely true. It's definitely true. Look at it. This is the guy from Up, the old grandpa, and this is the same scene that makes me cry every single time because this is just after his wife dies. But we're just gonna move past that. It's so sad. And even in the sad moment, they sneak in a 1, 1, 3. It's really hard to tell when they zoom in the image here. That's even harder to tell. All right, it's really blurry, but it is there. That is basically every movie I can think of has this number in it. Apparently not The Simpsons though. I don't see A113 here. Wait. Guys, Ralph Wiggum, the little child here, is supposed to be this man's son. But that's impossible. He can't be Chief Wiggum's son. He has stringy black hair, and this guy has blue fluffy hair. Genetically, that should be impossible, right? I mean, I guess technically he could have dyed his hair, but it's still like a totally different consistency. But then who does this child actually belong to? Does the mum have a secret dad? I guess we'll truly never know. Okay, I did not know this screenshot was in here, but are you seeing what I'm seeing? Here's Chief Wiggins. Here is his son, Ralph Wiggins. But do you see what I'm seeing? This is clearly not his dad. But look at the hair. It's the same. His mum is secretly married to this guy. This is not his real dad. Look at him. He's so happy believing that this is his dad, but actually, this is secretly his dad. Bro, imagine having a secret dad your entire life. That would be crazy. And speaking of daddies, we got the biggest daddy of them all, Daddy Pig. Wait. We just lost a child. How does this keep happening in Peppa Pig? Do you think Daddy Pig made the child disappear like he made that trapdoor appear? Can you guys see who we're missing? In the initial slide, we have Susie the rabbit in between Pedro and Catwoman. And then Peppa jumps on Daddy's belly and boom, she's gone. What? And then she reappears. Okay, maybe the rabbit is actually the villain. Maybe the pigs aren't behind the bacon operation. What if the rabbit is actually the secret sorcerer working in the background? I need more evidence. Wait, I think we might have just been given more evidence. Guys, they're hosting a barbecue here, but we have a moose, a rabbit, a zebra, a cow, a pig. That's like every type of meat that exists. What other animal could they be having on a barbecue? Do they actually eat themselves or they eat Daddy Pig's meat farm? I think it's confirmed, guys. I think this theory is confirmed. If you agree with me, you need to leave a like on this video, all right? And if you don't agree with me, leave a comment down below. We're gonna see who wins this because I'm beginning to think Peppa Pig might actually be a horror show. And what do we have here? This is the balloons from Up when the house passes through in the sky and they pass this girl who is the same girl who abandoned Lotso the bear from Toy Story. This is his origin story. She saw the balloon, she saw this plane and left this evil bear behind. Honestly, he deserved it. He was kind of a bad guy. What's this in WALL-E? Is there something I'm missing here? I can see, wait. Guys, when WALL-E is making Eve and trying to create a statue, do you see the lamp he used here? That's a lamp. This is the Pixar lamp. Wow, not even Disney survives the end of the world. Now that is seriously depressing and sad. This is Coco, and wait, they're the Incredibles, but look, Mrs. Incredible, her face is a skull. And so is Dash, and so is Violet. They've all died. They've all died. Even the baby died? Okay, that's really sad. Did he die as a child? How did they end up as skeletons in Coco? Is that how it works, or do they just turn into skeletons normally? How did they all die? They died as children? Man, does that mean a bad guy finally won and the end of the world is here? It's possible. I mean, all these movies are connected. We're learning this, and we're learning this even more. This guy in Coco, I know this might be a stretch, but what if he is actually a dead version of the bad guy from the original Toy Story? What was his name? Sid, I think? The shirt is exactly the same. Look at that. And the face shape is the same as well. The only difference is the hair and glasses, but he might have just got older. Still, I feel like anyone could wear a shirt, so maybe I'm kind of just making this up. Or maybe I'm not, and everything is actually connected, just like in Toy Story here. Do you see that on the notes there, guys? Look, read that a little closer. This is a postcard from guess who? Carl and, I think that's a plus sign, Ellie. Do you remember who those are? That's the husband and wife in Up. Literally the lead characters. And if that isn't enough evidence that every single movie is actually connected, again, in Ratatouille, not just the Nemo caviar, but inside of Linguini's pants, where he wants to put the rat. Okay, I'm zooming into an area that I really shouldn't be zooming into. Guys, please don't demonetize me, but I just need to point something out on my man's private parts. He has an incredible underwear. Well, okay, that's... that made it sound like I was saying the design of the underwear was credible. No, it's the Incredibles logo, who are also in Coco. And then, in Bug's Life, there's Lion King. But that isn't just Lion King from, you know, the regular old movies. No, that is Lion King from the Broadway musical in real life. Like, the real musical with real people is also in The Bug's Life. Each of these movies are actually set in our real life worlds, and they're all connected with one another. They're all happening at the same time. Like in Toy Story 3, where this boy is wearing a Lightning McQueen shirt, just like people in our world do. And here, we're in Big Hero 6, where Hans from Frozen, you know, the guy who froze Elsa's heart, is seen on what appears to be a wanted poster. How is he going to find Hans in Arendelle? These guys literally in like Tokyo or something. And low-key, that kind of looks like Flynn Rider as well from Tangled. But let's take a break for something I honestly still don't believe is real. I genuinely thought that SpongeBob has stayed the same my entire life. I never noticed him changing, and yet apparently, look at this. This is him in 1999, 2000, 2002, 2005, and then the present day. I swear he always looked like this. Am I wrong, y'all? Did he used to look like this? This is the ugliest SpongeBob by far. This one is missing holes. I swear he always looks like this. Okay, break over. Back to the crazy connections. Here, Finding Nemo in the dentist waiting room. Do you see that? He's reading a Mr. Incredibles comic book. The Easter eggs are insane. There was already like 4 Easter eggs in this one Finding Nemo movie. And then in Cars 2, look at that. I mean, it's not technically the Incredibles, it's the Incredimobiles. Wait a minute, does that mean Cars might be the only movie that's technically not in the same world as humans, but in an alternate universe where all humans are actually cars? Now we discovered something new. That might actually be true. Wait, I've never noticed that before. Is this photoshopped or is this real? Because if it is, that is such a great detail. Cats always show their claws when they're ready to attack, and Scar is sneakily trying to convince Mr. Mufasa over here that he's friends, but his feet give him away. I love that element of detail, especially when the writers are secretly massive gaming fans. I mean, this is a scene from Bluey, a kids' children's show, and yet they have one of the greatest gaming characters ever alive in dog form. My boy, Sans from Undertale. It's just cool to know that writers are real people like you and me who also love video games. What am I looking at here exactly? I can't quite tell. They're all just squinting their eyes at me. Wait, they're not squinting, they're blinking. Hold up. But why are they all blinking with only one eye? What? Why? This is one of the weirdest secrets ever. Do toys only blink with one eye? Is that so they always know if a kid walks into the room so they can play dead? That's kind of smart, actually. It's like a survival instinct. These toys are smarter than I thought. Oh, hello. One of my favorite movies of all time, The Emperor's New Groove. I don't know why this movie isn't more popular. I feel like no one's watched it, but it's so good. And there are a bunch of red circles pointing towards food on plates. I can't really tell what the... I see it. Okay, this is really blurry and really hard to tell. So maybe I'll change the color here. Look at that. That's a Mickey Mouse. And then another Mickey Mouse here too as well. It's got the center thing. And then the ears. Do each of the plates have Mickey Mouse on them? Look, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. His vegetables are fed to him in Mickey Mouse. Either that's an Easter egg from the animators or my boy here, Kuzco, just really loves Mickey Mouse vegetables. And honestly, I wouldn't blame him. Look at this. This is a shot from Meet the Robinsons. And we got Toy Story 2. That is so old now. We have like Toy Story 6. And then the OG Jungle Book. Bro, these are some old movies. How long ago was this set? And speaking of old movies, it turns out it doesn't matter how old the movie is, there are still Easter eggs. I'll give you a second to spot this one, guys. See that? It's Dumbo the Elephant. I don't think I was even born when Dumbo the Elephant was released. Wait, I gotta check this. 1941. If you guys don't know who Dumbo is, I don't blame you because it's from 1941. I wasn't even alive. Half your parents probably weren't even alive in 1941. That is so old, and yet somehow still managed to sneak into this movie. But the best movie sneak has to be here in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't actually watched this movie, so if it's any good, let me know in the comments below if I should watch it. But you see on the building here, guys, we have these gargoyles. They're essentially like evil dragons that are on the side of European buildings that are supposed to scare away evil enemies, right? But I don't think this is gonna scare away anyone because it's Pumbaa from The Lion King. The same guy who's like, it means no worries for the rest of your days. Imagine the enemies are just storming your building and then your gargoyle is like, it means no worries for the rest of your days. It's very Australian, kind of like Bluey, which has managed to sneak an Australian map onto the cap. That's pretty cool. If you didn't know, this is one of the few cartoons that are actually made in Australia. My homeland. Good day, mate. We have the most deadliest spiders. All right, I'm honestly surprised Bluey has not been bitten by a spider and killed. That was kind of dark. Now this is really confusing because this is Toy Story, where toys are living, and yet these toys are dead? Including Flick, the ant from A Bug's Life, who is an actual living ant, but here is a toy who isn't living, and yet this toy is living. What makes certain toys live and other toys dead? And isn't this supposed to be a living animal? How is it that living animals in Toy Story are dead and toys are alive? It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. But maybe then it doesn't have to make sense because some Easter eggs are just really cool. This is in Aladdin. We've got a ton of different animals, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but that's the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, and he's just chilling in there with the rest of them. It's almost like maybe the genie from Aladdin is actually the one that turned him into a beast, and this is just like a souvenir. I've come up with so many theories in this video. I honestly don't know what's true or what's fake anymore. Now, what movie is this again? I don't remember. Oh, of course, it's Moana. But then wait, what's the secret? Did I miss it? Surely it has to be somewhere in those fish. Why else would you show me so many fishies? Not seeing anything here. Oh, what about in this scene? When he crosses across the screen, that's a classic way to hide a secret. I see it. Right there, guys. Look, it's Flounder the fish from My Little Mermaid. Wait, that's another movie that's been connected. Ah, yes, Asterix and Obelix. This is one of the oldest cartoons ever. And actually, I haven't seen it. I've only read the comics, but they were so funny. And that's kind of why that this Easter egg requires big brain. You see, he's not just holding up random numbers. He's actually holding up the Roman numerals for 4. I think this means 5 and this means 1. And because the 5 is in front of the 1, it means 5 minus 1, which equals 4, right? This is how Romans used to do numbers, all right? This equals 4. And instead of holding up 4 fingers, He's holding up the Roman numerals for 4. That is big brain humor, all right? This is one that all the parents in the room being going, ha, 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 ha. This is what old people find funny, I think. Baby? Definitely not as cool as this secret, right? He pulls out a Wolverine suit, and that might seem completely useless and just like a ha-ha funny gag, but actually the actor who plays Roddy from Flushed and Away is Hugh Jackman, the same actor who plays Wolverine. Hence, he pulls out the suit to reference the actor. And it happens again in Moana, where the old grandma is like, I'm curious about that chicken eating the rock, right? And obviously he's eating a rock, but it's a reference to later when the chicken eats Maui. And guess who plays Maui? Dwayne Johnson. And you know what his nickname was when he used to do wrestling? The Rock. So he's eating The Rock. Okay, you know what? Disney probably needs to work on their puns, but it's still a really cool secret that you guys can show off to your friends. And if you've managed to make it this far in the video, then I actually have a secret for you. At the start of this video, I've hidden a wave emoji for you guys to find. I challenge you to invite all your friends to also watch this video and see how many secrets they can find and if they can find the wave emoji before you. The competition is on.